Oh my god, I am playing in my biggest journal ever. It's a file folder in a year. It's a Kathy Arbour file folder project. We started, I don't know, was it last year? Maybe? Or maybe not. To create one folder for each month, and then I bound it all in a book. I've just pulled it out on my table to reach the November folder. My setup is that one month got a designated folder like here, and then you open it up and then you can put an insert in it. So I just took out the November folder, but thought that I wanted to show it visually because it's really difficult to explain how big this book is. This is a humongous art journal. It's got like a 14-inch wide spine. Yeah, you heard me. 14-inch wide spine. And it just folds up like a regular book, and then I can close it with this tie here, and then I can flip it a little bit. This is the spine. But I really love this book, and the way that I got it right now at the moment where I'm working on it is that I'm so lucky that I have this can you see that blue desk right there? On the top of that desk I am able to store it, and then have it opened, flipped open, so it makes it manageable. So, but let me sorry for that dizzy swing, right? Let me take this book aside and then just have the folder for November on my table. Oh, it's going to be a treat to work with this November folder because the colors are in par with, you know, what else I'm working with at the moment. So maybe I should kind of flash that. This is, oh my god, this is a gift from Kimberly. 5557 Kimberly. And there were this TN inside. Now I tucked it in, but normally I just have it opened on my desk and then it's resting on top of this, because I found that this is the perfect case to hold the notepads. I got like a small notepads that goes with the theme of my journal. And then I also got a pocket to tuck in the sticky notes and the washi tapes that goes to the stationery set that I'm working with in my journal. And it's a special journal. It's I started new medication, and already now I can feel that the water is subsiding from my body, so I don't have so much swollen hands and feet no longer, because it's like the water is gone from my joints. So, but it's yeah, and look, when you open it up, I cropped the birthday card I received from Teresa and mounted it on the first page because it is so beautiful. It was hanging on my wall, but then I thought that, you know what, this way I will forever, you know, remember it, and it's gonna be like the front of my folder. And oh yeah, the reason why it's gonna be there forever ever is because this actually is one giant insert containing a front page, a pocket, and then the back page where there is this secretarial pocket. And I haven't yet decorated it with pattern paper because it depends on the inserts, right? And the inserts may vary from month to month, so I just try and keep it this raw so far. But yeah, I got like new meds, so I had to designate this logbook for my my medication. I got a month on a view here, and then I got a week on 2 spreads, and it's because I have to, yeah, the stuff, the wonder stuff that I'm gonna put a label on here. Okay, I just put a sticky note on my name. as you can see, it's very confusing. Like 1 week, 1 tablet, week 2, 2 tablets, week 3, 1 in the morning, 2 in the evening, week 3, week 4, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, you know. It's like a little bit confusing, and then every second week I need to have blood work done and blah blah blah. So I needed a journal. So I made this very nice journal where I just take 1 pill in the morning, 1 in the evening, and then my vitamins, and then I write down the time, and then it changes from week to week to how many tablets and when I have to take it. So it kind of helps me. And why the hell am I showing this? I have no clue. Maybe because it gave me an excuse to work in a TN designated to something serious, you know. So now I have 2 journals. I got my regular daily journal that I use for work and private stuff, and then this kind of logbook for my medication. And then I also got an excuse to write down if I got any side effects from the meds. So yeah, okay, this was not going to be about that issue, but I just wanted to, you know, give you some feedback on how things are going in my end. And it's okay, and then it's not okay, you know what I mean? Like the pills that they're giving me are the same that you give people on chemotherapy in tablets. So I do have like I got nosebleed and issues with my stomach and you know, all those fun side effects going on. So in a way I think it's a little bit scary to take this medication, but then in the other way I read up on it and it said that it's gonna stop the disease. So I got like really one good news, which is that as long as I'm on that medication, my joints will not be damaged, which means that if I was off the medication, the illness would damage my joint, and there's no way back from a damaged joint. And we kind of learned that with my feet, right? So I take this super seriously. So yeah, but I'm on week 2 right now. Yeah, so but I can already now here on week 2 feel that the water is subsiding from my joints, and I'm not sure whether it was that I got a shot in my bum of something that's gonna block the pain. So I'm not sure whether it was from that or what, but yeah, who knows. Anyway, this was not going to be about that. It was going to be about the November file folder project. I worked on this last year, so now I'm gonna flip through it and see, kind of reminisce what was 2020 like. This is artwork printed out from the computer, and then I coated it with the dragonfly acrylic shimmery glaze. It looks like a million when I look at it, but the camera doesn't really pick it up. It's like really shiny and shimmery. It just looks so yummy. And then you open up my file folder, and it's kind of a mess, but there is a reason to the mess. I got a lot of built-in magnets in this one. Like there's a magnet underneath this flap here, so it holds this section. And then I got like a mat that comes out. You can turn this page, and then this is a giant tag that you can pull out, and it's once again, it kind of got stuck to the acetate, but maybe I can pull it out and show you how it looks when you coat an image with that dragonfly glaze. Can you see how it gets this totally painterly look? Or maybe it's just the subject that I glued on that gives that effect, but it's get this very crackling, super nice look. I love it a lot. A lot of these tags are not used because the plan is that you have to go back every year and revisit your file folder, so that you from year to year work on stuff, and then you can reminisce like that, like it's a visual journal. But yeah, let's look at my file folder and see what I worked on in 2020. What to say about 2020 was that we were in November and we were still in quarantine because of the pandemic. And I recall that I bought this paper pad because they had the theme home, right? Because every time we were talking with people in chat, we were talking about we are staying home because we're quarantined. And then I received the paper pad and it was everything like, oh, it's so romantic to be home, you know, you're and most of us were kind of sick of staying home, you know. So I kind of remember that I took a twist on that question, which is what the hell is going on in these homes where people are quarantined? Because all this sugarcoating about, oh, my home is my favorite place to be, kind of makes you vomit if you don't like to stay at home. So that's why a lot of my drawings are these very weird things. Like I remember this one. I saw a cartoon with my son when he was younger about a dog, and the lady in that cartoon had these glasses on with no eyes. So it kind of inspired to this character right here. And I imagine that when you are home with your spouse so much, it comes a time where you need to put the TV on top of your head just to catch his attention, right? So I'm having this lady sitting in a couch with the TV set on top of her head just to be able to have a conversation with her husband. And then here, where they're, you know, what we did in 2020 was that we stayed at home or we went in our car. But, you know, the car is such a small space compared to your home, so if it's unbearable to spend a second longer with your spouse, it just, yeah. But and then also what I should actually write journaling notes to this, because now I remember it, but who says that I can remember it a year from now? What I recall from 2020 is that I shopped so much more on Amazon than ever before for daily stuff. I remember that I ran out of baby wipes, and then I found this cheap, because we had like Amazon Prime in 2020 and we didn't have Amazon Prime in 2019. And I recall that I bought toilet paper. I freaking bought toilet paper at this company that had a special offer on baby wipes, and also some, you know, that we needed those cleaning wipes. I actually think I got a leftover from it somewhere. No, it's a different brand. But you know, these special cleaning wipes with 70 or 80% alcohol, that it's not like a cleaning wipe for your kitchen, you know, with the Ajax products inside, but it's just for this infixation, or what's it called? Yeah. But here in Denmark, we pretty fast ran out of the gel, you know, this hand sanitizing gel and the hand sanitizing wipes. So I had to go online and then find baby wipes, hand sanitizer, and then also stumbled over a big deal of very inexpensive toilet paper. So I had my toilet paper flown to me. And I just think it's worth a small drawing in this file folder, because can you just imagine going back 100 years, meeting a copy of yourself and then telling yourself, you know what, one day you're gonna have a toilet roll hoisted up 2 kilometers in the air and flown to your country just for you. And then I would think like, oh my god, then I must be really like a millionaire in the future, like a princess or something. But no, with Amazon it's just daily day life, that we can wipe our butt in paper, imported and flown across the planet. I mean, how crazy and sick is that if you think about it, right? So yeah, Amazon Prime got introduced into my household during the pandemic. I don't think that I ever did anything on the back of these. No. I love how a lot of space is still vacant to art on. Ooh, I can feel that there is also magnets in this one. Okay, and here we got a pocket that can contain some tags. They're kind of stuck in there. Why are they stuck? That's the thing with the home constructed scrapbook pages. If it's allowed to sit for a year, it will get stuck. Oh, it got stuck because I got this stickle work down here. This is a piece of Happy Mail from Kathy Arbour, one of her beautiful eco prints. So yeah, like I said, I should really journal or attach a small note, because now I can remember it when I look at it, but who would say that I can do that in the future, right? Oh, I got a tiny pocket here too. Yeah, but this is just a giant tag that comes in and out. Oh, like yeah, this is more, I don't even know if there is an explanation to this, but you know, like, we are staying at home so much, so we kind of decay, you know. You don't want to put on good clothes, and you don't care if a boob is hanging out of your, because you're walking around with no bra because you're not expecting any visitors, and you may not have your makeup or your hair set because you don't need to go out. So that's how I kind of feel, you know, when I'm in quarantine. And I freaking love this woman. Like, she's on her, I think Bob Owen would say that she is on her last nerve, you know, and it is so dangerous. I can imagine that her husband is saying something while she's about to carve out the chicken. So she's standing there with a very sharp knife, you know, just had it, you know. So yeah, it's a sick humor. Oh man, it's hilarious. Okay, what's this? Just a tag. Oh, this is a Patty Tolly Parish circle. I remember I watched the stream with Patty Tolly Paris, where she took her brush and then she watered out a circle on her piece of paper, and then she dropped in some of her beautiful inks. And I was just mesmerized to see, you know, the pigments interfering with each other, granulating, whatnot. So I tried to replicate that circle. Once again, I so should write a note to this, because in the future I would be like, this is a patty circle. And yeah, it doesn't really make sense. I think this is just scraps for future tags, so I got something to decorate those with. This is once again me working with this character. I'm kind of trying to refine her, and going to bingo, there is this sign saying welcome home in the sticker sheet for this paper pad, so I just decided to make it into a sign outside her bingo hall. And this is how I decide that she's gonna look up close, and I still love that empty glass, you know, that you don't see any eye or anything. So yeah, it's kind of fun. There's no place like home, says this card from the paper pad, and then I just drew this lady glaring out of her window, because that's one of the things that I have been doing a lot during the quarantine, looking out for my neighbors, right? There's like nothing going on. And then there's like no people out in the street, there's no kids playing outside, there's nothing. So whenever you hear just the tiniest noise, you get attracted to your windows, like, what's going on out there? So yeah, but I pulled this out yesterday, and then I just glanced through the tags and gave myself a laugh and thought that I wanted to share it with you guys. And then I made this one, and I actually dated it, and I wrote on it what it was, because that's what's missing on the other work that I did last year. But here I actually wrote, the date 21, and I'm working with Julietta Clark splatters, because this month is all for me about this new technique done with Julietta Clark. And yeah, give me a second and I'll show you. Yeah, besides the tiny things that are stream friendly I show and share, I also work on big sheets with her technique. And up close it doesn't look as much. So what's with these giant sheets is that you need to see them from a distance, right? So yeah, I will work more with her style. I think it's a fun illustrative style that's new to me, and it's new to me to paint still works where nothing is going on. There's like no people on them, only stuff, a table, something in the background. So it's a new way of thinking and a new way of illustrating for my part. So that's why I think that it's cool to have a file folder like this, where you can drop in a tiny tag with a hint of what captured your interest this current month, this year. So, yep. So that's just this tag, and I think this is just a... Okay, this is me maybe trying to make clusters. I don't know. We did a lot of clusters in 2020. So it looks like I'm trying to collage something with the scraps, potentially to put in something here, you know, mount a small drawing or something on here. Okay, this is the likable part. I got the idea a month ago when I was working in my file folder project to include a skinny journal in my file folders, and that journal can be designated to drawing, sketches, or in this case it looks like it's jelly print. So I kind of like that idea that you in these file folders can have tiny journals, and right here I can see that it's all jelly prints. Some of them only worthy as a background. Ooh, I like this one. It's got like this subtle ice blue. Yeah, and then it ends, I think. Yeah, but this skinny paper is a little bit like the Tomera River paper, so it's gonna crinkle up when you have worked on it. Who doesn't love the sound of a crinkled paper journal? I do. And then I just throw in sheets. And I threw these sheets in yesterday because I had a paper pad where I kept flipping to the next page and drawing and sketching on top of it. And then I was getting sick of flipping it, you know, having to bend it around. So I decided just to crop them and then throw them into the file folder. And this is what the file folder project is just awesome for, you know, like a catch-all for all these loose sheets of drawing that takes out space in your craft room. So I basically just didn't care what it was. I just ripped it out of my sketch pad and then just tuck it into this file folder, because it kind of speaks what I am practicing, what I am doing. This one is, I think, a Shibasaki paint along, if I'm not wrong. And this is a girl. I think she's done with new colors. Yeah. But what I wanted to do today was to, since some of this stuff is still fresh in my memory, I really should produce those tiny tags or journaling spots that I think would help me, the future Lena, with recalling what's going on in my mind when I'm creating something. And since my little journal got these notepads, I think I will work with these notepads because the color scheme, oh, look at this one with the succulents, just perfect for this color scheme right here. And then the washi tape also have some of the current colors, and this succulent right here, it's like a sticky notepad. It would just be a nice thing. Yep. So yeah, but I think I should sit and do that off camera because it's gonna be in Danish, and that's the kind of thing that's kind of fun in my life. It is that the paper packs are in English, right? Most of the terminology of what the hell we are doing are in English, like jelly plating, top coating, underpainting, you know, everything. Art terminology seems to be in English. So when I have to write small journal cards to what's going on, I feel tempted to write them in English, but it feels stupid because I'm from Denmark. So that's always my my big issue when I'm like, my want monster is in English, right? Because it sounds stupid to have a want monster in Denmark in Danish, like ønskemonster. What is that, right? So there is a lot of translation that makes it difficult for me to whether I should write my journal notes in Danish or in English. So yeah, but I wanted to take out this file folder for November, also because I want to draw a drawing for it. So let me work on the small journal cards and then come back so we can do at least one artwork to put in here. Yeah, see, that isn't so bad. I just stapled on, like, this is a leather bag for outdoor sketching, my outdoor sketching kit. I freaking love it. It's merchandise from Big Lebowski limited edition Blu-ray set kit that I totally snagged and now have stuffed to the brim with everything that I need to go outdoor sketching. So just looking at that drawing reminds me of this yummy bag, and maybe you know, can inspire me to grab that and go out and sketch. And then I just stapled on that this was done with New Color 2 with the damp brush technique. And that's one of those words that's like, damp brush. How can I translate that to Danish and then understand what the hell I'm talking about? And here I just glued on that this was a paint along from Shibasaki because I used my Posca wax crayons. I was really fond of that crayon set. It's wax crayons, and it's just fun to use them for landscape because you can layer up 1,000 color hues to become your shadows. So it's very likable. But all in all, it wasn't that bad to put some kind of small things to remind me of what's going on. Like here I just glued in what the hell is my neighbor doing, and then writing about having yeah, it's called stuekulder in Danish. That's what you get when you're under quarantine. Like you get like a cave insaneness. And here I managed to collect the tag in a more beautiful way by just adding, I didn't want to glue anything on this beautiful eco print from Kathy Arbour, so I just wrote about her happy mail, and then on the back included the 2 tags, and then I chose to write, getting on my last nerve, Barb Oven, because I will always remember that saying from her. And here I just wrote that your looks is on free fall during a quarantine. So yeah, I kind of like the small journaling cards to, you know, present what's going on in my mind in this case. And then here I just wrote that during COVID it can be pretty tough to communicate with your partner, you know. So yeah, I'm happy that I got that part done. Now I actually should do some sort of artwork in this tiny journal, just to have a visual on what I was working on this year's November. And there's like different things to choose from. I don't want to do any Julietta Clark style because I think I had enough of that in this file folder to remind me about that. So I'm sitting here thinking about, I also had a sketch from the New Color 2 that I've enjoyed a lot this November, but I think what I also have done in November, October is playing with my gelatos actually. And the reason for playing with my gelatos is because I have had some swollen fingers, so it's kind of neat art supply. It's very gentle for your hands to work with the choppy gelato stick. So I may actually, let's flip through what I made with the gelatos. Yeah, I was so lucky to buy this giant sketch pad for like no money at all in a supermarket. It's really big. And then instead of ripping out the drawings, I just kept them in there. This is a landscape done with gelato. This is a special landscape. I rewatched an old upload from Jean the Musical Scrapper where she was working on a gift for a family member, and the family member wanted a sunset. And I was just missing Jean. So that's how strange I am. If I miss someone, I just go and watch an old stream of theirs, and then it's just like they're there with me, you know. So I was spending time in company with Jean the Musical Scrapper on this one. This is a chicken, and it's because I almost forgot. But okay, the Pago was like October, so it belongs in the October file folder. But I had the Pago watercolors and did this chicken in watercolor. Where's the chicken? Really? Oh, here it is. And I just thought that, you know, it was nice to work with a white chicken that yet had so many colors inside the feathers. It still comes out white, but it's funny that it needed a lot of colors to become a white chicken. So I reproduced it using gelatos. And yeah, there's no like rhyme or reason to my gelato drawings other than I just want to paint, use color. So I have like some animal themes going on. This is like a cute fox. I really love it. And oh my god, he is so adorable. Look at the expression on his face. Oh man, I think he is like the cutest koala ever. And look how I'm just using my fingers to smear out the background. I really like that messy feeling from gelatos. A cute penguin. And I was in doubt whether I should... I had two images in my head, so I made both of them. First I had this image here, and then I had this image here. Oh, this is so cute. And with gelato, you can lift off with a wet baby wipe. So I lifted off snowflakes on the background. This is a bunny, and this is a replicate of I was working with the New Color 2 on this face portrait, and then I thought, oh, it reminds me of, you know, like creaminess when you're wetting new colors. They become like heavy on the brush, like some sort of, yeah, it's just a nice feeling, and it reminded me of gelato, so I redid it in gelato. And I think that was the last one, yeah. But anyway, I'm tempted to do a gelato drawing in this folder here to kind of remind my future self when I next year I'm looking at this file folder that, oh yeah, I had fun with gelatos. So that might be it. I forgot there was one little thing else that I did. You know those wall stickers that you can buy in IKEA and other random places? And it's, oh, it just makes me want to puke. It's a giant lettering sticker about, oh, our home, we are silly, we are funny, we live, love, laugh. I mean, well, it just really makes me want to puke. So in this paper pad, there also was this this card where there was something going on in that direction, like, in this house we keep it real, we love, make mistakes, have fun, are silly, and give hugs, we do family. And it's just, well, makes me want to barf when I see stuff like this. So I added this sticky note on top of it, writing, and we both read 1,000 ways to choke your spouse without getting caught. Because if I ever had a situation where I needed a wall sticker in my home with keywords to who we are and what you're walking into, I definitely would end it up with something gnarly like this. So yeah, I just wanted to include that while I am thinking about what we are going to paint in gelatos. Okay, let's get some color out on this page here. On the back of this there is a jelly print. I may use it as a background, so I don't want to paint on that one. Okay, now you're wondering, what is this? Well, I took, remember the Pecos watercolor set? I took out the paint because I want to spray paint this one. Can you imagine? Can you just picture it, if it's possible? Okay, now I'm deviating totally. But my hubby got a lot of aerosol spray cans, so I was thinking that I could just mist it and spray paint it so it's not black. It's because I got a lot of black tints, so it could be awesome to have one that's easy to distinguish from the other black tints that I got. Yeah, November is still young, you know. It's like the 9th or something today. So the only thing that I'm thinking about is that Janet M. Young is having a birthday the 14th of November, and it could be fun to have a page spread in my file folder about that. Because, yeah, it's just a way also to remember her birthday, you know. I'm so bad at remembering people's birthday and sending cards. It's so I always feel guilty when they're having like a birthday stream, and then I'm like, oh, and they're showcasing cards that friends mail to them. I feel so bad. But I think that I want to draw that funky happy monkey that she's got as a icon picture for her channel, because I think it is so hilarious. It's just a fun picture. So I got this tiny image up on my screen of this happy-go-lucky monkey. So let me just try and sketch him in, and then I can write on top of this page spread something about happy birthday to Janet. So now I'm a little bit quiet because I'm sketching. Maybe this mouth is, it's like the widest smile ever that this monkey have. getting the proportions a little bit funky. And then the face of the monkey is this kind of a tiny mask up here. I'm having too much monkey on this side compared to this side. So I think that I'm just gonna try and work with it. And then he's got his, I don't know why I feel that it's a male. You don't really see how his hands are ending. She cropped that, so I have to improvise here with some monkey fingers. This is like the most crazy position a happy monkey can be in, right? Doesn't it just make you think about the soundtrack from the Jungle Book with the ooby ooh, I wanna be like you. I think maybe I can get away with it if I do something like this. I love that he's got like these really skinny hairy arms. Yeah, I'm gonna make this work. The thing is that lip thing right there, to get that fat grin of him. We also need some teeth. He's got these very giant round teeth. I'm not sure that I'm gonna draw in every single tooth, but just give like the hint of some teeth. Yeah, I think we're there. Okay, I need baby wipes. It gets a little bit dirty, messy it's called, on your fingers when you're using a gel stick. This is not an original gelato, it's just a similar product. I think Tim Holtz and whatnot have created these sticks. It's basically almost feels like a lipstick loaded with pigment, and it is so easy to apply. So in case that you're having some ideas about you want to fool around with paint but don't want to take out a whole ton of supply and whatnot, it's an easy, fast way to get something done. I really love it. Okay, I got this. It's like a golden stick, but my set lack an ochre, so I think I want to give him like golden eyelids at least, and then see if I can achieve some sort of ochre. Okay, I got this light brown here. It's not totally spot on the color, but if I put in some white, I might get away with it. Ooh, I have this sand flesh tone here. Perfect, perfect. The opening time on these gel sticks are about 2 or 3 minutes, where you can still seamlessly just blend it, but then it will kind of dry up and set. It doesn't set permanently on your page. You can go in and re-wet it with a damp brush or a baby wipe. So if you use this as an underpainting, you're gonna get in trouble if you want to work on top of your page afterwards. So maybe that's why it's not such a popular media, because it's unpredictable. I've actually never tried to jelly plate with it, but I think it would be fun to use on the jelly plate. Also, it will not harm your plate if you screw up the stick wide enough so that the container of the stick doesn't scratch your jelly plate. I could really imagine how it's easy to clean off the plate. I think the underlip is actually this skin tone, so I think I'm gonna try and just see if I can mix it a little bit. And like with any other supply, the white and the black sticks are the ones that I think I use the most, you know. I keep grabbing for those to mix other colors. Oh no, look, now it's stuck down here. This is what's left of my white stick. So, oh no, I got something blue deposit onto the stick. Hopefully I will be able to cover that up with the brown fur. I think I'm just gonna coat some of the teeth. And then maybe push it back with a gray. Am I so lucky? Oh yes, I actually have a gray here. And then of course you also have like an upper lip. Oh no. The angle on these sticks, like with any other crayons, is that if you don't have it tipped the right way, you're not hitting what you want to coat in with colors. And then he's got like yellow in his eyes. What kind of yellow? Oops, it flew on the floor. It had to go. Got this kind of yellow. But then I think if I need to use yellow in my eyes, the skin tone is going to disappear a little bit. And the transition between the head and the yellow in his eyes is too close to another. So I think I'm gonna darken up his facial mask here. It also would help me to make the eyelids stand out more 3D. I hope. This is one happy-go-lucky monkey. Okay, let's make a mess with that yellow. I so want to put something like a white speck into the eye. Is that a mistake? It might be. It's not on the original monkey. So let's cover up that speck a little bit. So it just becomes like a tiny dot. And then the back of his head is like this dark fur. Blocking in areas with these gel sticks is just such a nice feeling. And so effortless in a way. And if you're like really good, you can get some very nice seamless blendings. But it really takes patience to get that detail down with these sticks. So in order to get like really detailed work done, I use this silicone tool. It's called a taper point, a pastel shaper, and it kind of helps me with intricate places where smearing with my fat finger is not the way to go. He also got hair strands. In his fur. I'm gonna put some on the top of his ears also to make him furry. Like this. And then of course I messed up the white area down here. And let's say that you're like really sad that you got some blue tones there. You can actually just take a baby wipe and wipe it back to where it was before. So it's like really a super forgiving toy. Yeah, it is a toy. Down here I want his beard to merge in with his fur,
So I think I'm gonna first put down some brown tones, and then oh, I wonder if he's having like a beige tummy. That could be cute. I want to put down a little bit of black values because his head is so humongous that it's gonna create some sort of shadow here. That fat grin of him. And then with this tool, silicone tool, I'm gonna lay down a coat of white, and then hopefully be able to flicker down some strands. And this is where it gets a little bit tedious. If you want it done right, then you should clean off your tool for each stroke so you don't pull in too much of the dark color. But once again, baby wipe it off if you think it's too dominant. And I think I should marry his chin a little bit more with this flesh tone here. He looks kind of strange. He does not look like her photo, but it's okay, it's okay. It's my rendition of the happy monkey. I think it's like his arms got that kind of a grayish undertone. Oh, look, the stick just came out. This is an inexpensive set from Amazon, so the sticks inside is not attached that well compared to a real gelato. I've never had any sticks falling out from the real deal, you know, the real gelato. But the reason why I got this inexpensive set is because it's a nice backup, because you do run out of certain colors pretty fast, like the white, the black. Oh man, he's got like really hairy armpits and hairy elbows. So I'm just gonna deposit some gelato and then try and work it out as this hairy texture here. And then come back with my finger and smear off those streaks that this tool left. Monkey. Let's see. He's cute. I'm not sure about the hands, if I want them to be brown. It looks like they got, once again, this grayish undertone. And then I think it would be cute with a little bit of sand color on the top of his hands. I so want to give him this sand colored tummy. He's probably not having a tummy like that, but I could easily picture that he had like sand colored tummy. Oh my, did you hear that? My stomach was growling like wow. I think I need to have some lunch soon. There, it growled again. But, oof, what was that? But there you go, there you got like the majority of the monkey. And I think the fun part with working with, you know, toys like this is that you're pretty darn fast to get down something on your paper. So whether you want to continue working on top of it or not is up to you. But sometimes a fast gelato painting have inspired me to do, I want to say the word like a real painting, but a fast gelato has sometimes made me try out the exact same theme with other supplies and vice versa. If I did a very nice sitting with some sort of image that I found was likable to draw and paint and sketch, I would return to that good feeling by making another drawing of the same image using gelatos. Man, he's cute. He's not really looking like, it's not like a complete look-alike. It's pretty close. I think he's got like eyebrows in gray. Maybe that's what is neat. This page will forever remind me of Janet. So now I want to write happy birthday Janet M. Young and then the date down here. I think I'm gonna use like a black new color. And then I'm gonna write Janet, maybe with a different color, maybe with a brown. Of course, if you don't know her, she's got a channel here on YouTube. Just write Janet M. Young and then you will find her channel. The good thing about using new colors is that you can come in with a wet brush and then disperse it. Sometimes I don't like my handwriting on things, So using new colors that you can re-wet just makes it less my own handwriting. So it's easier to digest for my eyes. Happy birthday to Janet M. Young, forever ever married into my November file folder project. And Kathy Arbour also got a channel here on YouTube, and she's the one who is the genius engineer behind the whole file folder project. So go check that out also. But if you watched this far, thank you very much. See you soon out there, and have an awesome week. Bye bye from me.